Okay, now I've blended everything. And I also wanted to make sure I mentioned that I also blend my chicken cubes. It's the Knorr seasoning. I blend that as well. It comes in individual little cubes. It's 2 inside of 1. I actually use 2 of these. Okay. It just gives it a very nice flavor. I don't have to keep splashing salt in here and there. It just takes care of everything at once. So now I'm gonna, my oil have been sitting here and it's nice and hot and it's been on for a minute. So it's gonna pretty much splash. I have to get my cover ready. I will turn off the fire and move it over to the next, just to try to keep from doing too much splashing. So this is going to help fry all your veggies. You're gonna fry your veggies together. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Turn my fire back on. Okay. And then I'm gonna add my tomatoes. And I add the whole can of tomatoes. Then I'm gonna add 2 large, the 2 large cooking spoons of tomato paste. And I'm telling you that just makes a big difference. There's a lot of shortcuts and different ways you can cook, of course. Cooking is a science. So there's, you know, more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. But for me, I just, you know, this is the way I do it. I've found I know different types of ways of cooking the stew. So now I'm just stirring everything, and I'm gonna let you see kind of the consistency of the way it looks right now. Okay. So you see that consistency? It's not very watery, soupy. It's just a real nice consistency. Now, I'm gonna need a little water in this, but I'm gonna use my water from my meat, my smoked turkey. Again, you can use any kind of meat you want. Sometimes I do assorted, where I add more than one type of meat. I may do it with a little bit of turkey, and then I may add also some cow leg in there as well, which is a Nigerian delicacy, to use cow leg, or to use I use also, there's a dish called pomo. Pomo is another part of the cow as well, and it's more of a cow skin. I also use what they call shaki, which is our version of tripe. So it just depends on what you want to use. I don't necessarily eat it tripe myself, but I know it's something my husband loves and used to. So of course, I'm going to make it for him. And then I also get the kids comfortable and used to eating the Nigerian food as well. This is garlic. I'm very super generous with using the garlic. It gives your food a very nice flavor, and you can just never have too much, honestly. It's good, I'm telling you. See about me picking that up. Let me try to sit this back right again. All right. Shout out to all my True Way lovely women there who pushed me to do this video. I was supposed to do a video years ago and just not doing it. And so shout out to Keita and Cherie and Dion and Keisha. Love you guys. You know, this right here, I use it in everything I cook with, just like the garlic curry. I'm very super generous with my curry as well. And I just pour. Now, if you really want to know the amount, it probably adds up to about 2 of these same cooking spoons. And this is not a regular spoon, it's not a tablespoon. This is one of those kind of good sized cooking spoons. So it probably adds up to about 2 of those, okay? Curry gives your food that authentic taste, to taste like a Caribbean type, West African type dish. This is turmeric. Turmeric is something that I use in my food as well. And I don't use much of it. Turmeric is a serious acquired taste, so watch how much you put in this. This is not something you want to just throw. You want to kind of dash turmeric in your food, okay? It's so super healthy for you to use turmeric. The West African way of cooking, Nigerian way of cooking is really, it's pretty healthy, you know, it's not bad. Some might not want to use the you know, too much oil and all that, and that's understandable. But to give it that flavor, you may, you know, if you watch everything else you eat, you can kind of indulge in a little bit of a splash. I still have not put my 2nd cup of oil in, and it's still looking pretty good and consistent for what I got going on here. I'm going to let this simmer and cook a little bit. And what I like to do is add my meat to it, so my meat can continue to cook inside of it. Then I like to, let me taste it a little bit, see. Oh yes, Lord. That's some good stew right there. That's good, that's good, that's good. Ah, hey. Now when you taste it, then that's when you go, ah, hey, it's good though, it's good though, it's good though, it's good though. See, when you make a nice meal for your man, the way he will love you, oh, is nobody's business. All right, so let's add our meat to our stew. And my smoked turkey have been cooking nicely for a minute. So let me get a bigger spoon to add my smoked turkey in. So if you get this stew right, you have, you know, basically have gotten most of the Nigerian dishes correctly, because this stew is like the base of a lot of other dishes. And I can show you guys how to cook some other dishes. I don't know if you're big on spinach. I love spinach. And there's a dish called, well, in Yoruba language, it's efo and egusi. Efo egusi. And the efo means spinach. And egusi is basically melon. Cassava, really. It's more of a cassava. Shredded. And you add that to the your spinach, and you add a little stew to it, and you eat that with efo. Efo is pounded yam, and that's a dish that it looks, the consistency of it looks like a thick version of mashed potato, but it's where you eat it with your hands. That dish is the bomb. I'll have to make some of that for you guys. Now the Nigerian food is not cheap to buy. It's pretty expensive compared to, I guess, our dishes, but it's more organic. There's also a, what do you call it? There's a yam that I make as well, and that yam, that's probably one of the most expensive things I buy because it's about £1, and it's very heavy. It's a white yam, and you also boil that and cut that up, and I mean, you can put that with stew, put that with fried egg. There's so many different ways to utilize this stew. Okay, so let me show you another direction of the stew so you can see it and see how good that looks. Yummy, 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 yummy. So I'm gonna leave that to cook for a little bit. My rice is already done in my rice cooker. So we are ready to rock and roll with our dinner. The only thing I need to do is fry some plantains, and Raji family will be ready to eat. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you a lot to get inspired to try some West African, Nigerian dishes. I definitely enjoy eating it, and I hope you do too. All right, my sister, see you later.